For just a moment, pause. What do you see before you right now? What words, what images are drifting through your mind? Perhaps it's the tasks you need to attend to after this. Perhaps it's something someone said yesterday that still unsettles you, or that quiet, persistent anxiety about the future you can never quite shake. We human beings are remarkable creatures. We think without ceasing, awake or asleep, in sunlight and in shadow. I'd like to ask you to set all of that aside just for a little while. Breathe, be quiet, and listen. We are, it seems, inclined to think too much. The moment something happens, we demand to know why. We reach for cause and effect, for chains of logic, as if the entire world could be captured and contained within a framework of reason. We need language in our minds and try to pour the vast mystery of existence into the narrow mold of rational explanation. And there is nothing wrong with that, in itself. Reason is among the finest gifts of the human mind. But we must never forget the things that matter most, the truths that sustain us at our very core. Breathe quietly, yet powerfully, on the other side of thought's cage. When I first encountered Zen, my initial feeling was one of bewilderment, a strange, almost vertiginous confusion. The more I tried to understand it, the more it slipped through my fingers like sand. We are taught from our earliest years that logical thinking yields answers. But in the world of Zen, the opposite holds. The harder you think, the farther truth recedes. It is like chasing your own shadow. The faster you run, the further it stays ahead of you. And yet, when I stopped trying, when I simply sat without agenda or expectation, an ineffable stillness filled me. It was not an answer. It was something far greater than any answer, an overwhelming sense that no answer was needed at all. We are so inclined to ask why, aren't we? Why did this misfortune happen to me? How can I become happier? But from the perspective of Zen, the very act of forming such questions places us already in the middle of confusion. The moment we pose a question, we have divided the world into two, I on one side and the thing I'm examining on the other, and we begin to analyze from a distance. Let me offer you a scene to consider. One morning, you wake and draw back the curtains. Sunlight pours through the window, brilliant, golden, warm. In that instant, do you think, what is the wavelength of this light in nanometers? At what angle does it refract before reaching my retina? Given the distance between the Earth and the Sun, this light left its source exactly 8 minutes and 20 seconds ago. Of course not. No one does. And if someone did, they would have forfeited, by their own choice, the chance to simply receive the beauty of that morning. Instead, we feel it. Ah, how beautiful. And that's enough, more than enough. No explanation is required, no analysis, no theory, no justification. In that wordless ah, in that precise moment before language arrives, you and the sunrise are one. That, precisely, is Zen. The Zen tradition often speaks of mushin, a word sometimes translated as no mind. But please do not misunderstand. Mushin is not the blankness of a stone, not an enforced emptiness. Thoughts may arise. What matters is that we are not swept away by them, that we allow them to move through us as naturally as wind moves through open branches. Look up at the sky. Clouds are drifting past. They shift and change. They appear and dissolve, and the sky neither refuses them nor clings to them. It simply holds them openly, without judgment. Look at the trees in a garden. Leaves tremble in the breeze. When wind blows, they move. When wind stills, they rest. That is all. Nothing more is required of them. Our minds, in their truest nature, can be exactly like this. When the thought arises, "I'm anxious about tomorrow," we need not seize it and spiral into, "What should I do? What should I do?" We can simply observe, a cloud called anxiety is passing through me right now. And then watch as it passes on. This is not indifference. It is not detachment. It is freedom. Why does it matter so much to step outside the current of thought? Because as long as we are carried along by it, we cannot truly inhabit the present moment, and the present moment is the only place life actually occurs. Our minds are restless travelers. They slip into the past. If only I hadn't said that. They rush toward the future. What if things go wrong tomorrow? But here's a simple truth we so often forget. We can only ever live now. Not the moment that is past, not the one that has not yet arrived, only this one, right here, which is already happening. Thought, for all its power, has a way of slicing the richness of the present into manageable pieces, labeling them, filing them away. And in doing so, it drains life of its original freshness. Like a botanist so intent on classifying a wildflower that he forgets to simply look at it. I want to be clear about something. I am not asking you to renounce reason or to distrust knowledge or to abandon learning. Knowledge is a magnificent inheritance of human civilization. Without the capacity for logical thought, we could build no bridges, cure no diseases, chart no stars. But thought is a tool, like a good kitchen knife, precise, indispensable, invaluable in its proper place. You take it up when you need it, and when the work is done, you return it to its shelf. The question worth asking honestly is this: are we using our thoughts, or are our thoughts using us? In the modern world, we wield that knife almost constantly, often turned inward against ourselves, often turned outward against the people we love. The anxious mind cuts the self, the judgmental mind cuts others, and neither finds peace. What would it mean to set the knife down? Not forever, only for now. To walk a little more lightly, to stop at the sound of wind moving through grass on a quiet street, to watch the steam rise from a cup of tea without needing to explain it, to listen to someone speak, not to evaluate or respond, but simply to hear them. It is in these unremarkable, unhurried moments, in the gaps between our striving, that the seed of something deeper quietly breathes. The same truth applies to how we understand ourselves. Most of us carry a story. I am this kind of person. I have this kind of history. These are my strengths. These are my failures. This is what I deserve. But that story, however intimate it feels, however long we've held it, is not the real you. It is a portrait assembled from words, from other people's opinions, from the accumulated habits of thought over a lifetime. The real you is not a narrative. It is the living fact of this breath, this heartbeat, this quiet awareness that is present right now, perceiving the world, receiving the world without commentary. And here is the great paradox at the heart of Zen. The desire to become enlightened is itself a form of grasping. It is one more chain. The harder you pursue the self you wish to become, the tighter that chain grows. Satori, awakening, is not something imported from outside. It does not arrive as a reward for effort. It arises from within, like light that was always present, but obscured by our own insistence on looking elsewhere. We cannot manufacture it. We can only clear away what conceals it. The moment you stop striving to become, you discover what you already are. The teaching of Zen is not, in the end, the accumulation of new knowledge. It is something closer to the opposite, the gradual, patient shedding of what is unnecessary. Layer by layer, we release the assumptions we never questioned, the prejudices we mistook for wisdom, the rigid conviction that things must be this way and no other. And as each layer falls away, something that cannot be named but can be recognized comes closer. In Buddhist philosophy, this is called ku, emptiness or void. But do not be misled by that word. This is not the emptiness of loss or absence. It is the emptiness of a clear, open sky, boundless, luminous, capable of holding everything precisely because it clings to nothing. It is the emptiness of an open hand which can receive what a clenched fist never can. What remains when all the noise is stripped away is not nothing. It is everything, unfiltered, undivided, alive. When the mind grows crowded, when the noise inside becomes too much, there's always one thing you can return to. Close your eyes gently. Draw a breath in. Let it go. The breath coming in. The breath going out. Turn your full attention to that, just that, the quiet sound of your own life, carrying you forward without effort or argument. Let every thought pass through as clouds cross a sky, as leaves are carried on a river's current. Do not chase them. Do not push them away. Simply return again and again to the breath. That returning is the practice. There is no finish line, no moment of perfect silence you must reach. Each return is the thing itself. What you have been searching for is not elsewhere. It is not at the end of a long journey or behind the door of some great revelation. It is here, beneath your feet, in the rhythm of your breathing, in this particular moment that belongs to no one but you. Stop thinking, just for a moment. When you do, something will appear, something you have always known but rarely had the chance to meet face to face. It will not announce itself. It will not ask anything of you. It will simply be there as it has always been there, quiet, steady, patient, your truest self, waiting for you to come home.